Cypher 9, come inside. This should be a triumphant moment. It's a tremendous achievement bringing down the Eagle. The crisis has only escalated. The Eradicators could begin firing at any moment.
I understand, sir.
Watcher 2, your report.
The Moths have placed local forces on alert, and a search for the Eradicators is underway. Unfortunately, trends suggest we can only find one device every 5 hours. It'll be weeks before we destroy them all.
Disappointing, but not a surprise. Damage projections?
Estimates are 10 to 50 million deaths on each planet targeted. 40% military, 60% civilian.
I assume you have a plan.
In order to deactivate the Eradicators en masse, we need the control codes. Half the codes were on the Eagle's computers. We can only surmise that the other half are with the Eagle's patron.
Yes, the patron. The man whom the Eagle claims is inside the Empire.
Any idea who it could be?
I have my doubt that this patron is really a highly placed Imperial. It seems unlikely such a person could escape our scrutiny. Nonetheless, we can't ignore the possibility of a traitor. That's why we're meeting privately. Only the people in this room know the full situation.
You sent Watcher 3 to Hutter. He knows too.
An oversight. Watcher 3 has been instructed not to speak to anyone. Finish the report, Watcher 2.
The Eagle had been sending periodic transmissions to someone in the Artus system. Artus is uninhabited, devoid of resources and off the major hyperlanes. Our patron could certainly hide there.
I want you to lead a mission to Artus. You're to find the Eagle's patron and obtain his half of the control codes. Watcher 2 will rendezvous with you there. She knows more about the Eradicators than anyone.
I'll be glad to have her around. We'll get the job done.
Your ships will be outfitted with cloaking devices. They'll only last one jump, but they'll get you into Artus unnoticed. After that, infiltrate whatever base the patron is using. Recover the Eradicator control codes and stop the threat. Watcher 2, you're dismissed.
If you want to talk before the mission, I'll be at my station.
There is one more thing. Darth Zorid heard you were returning to Drummond Cass. She wants to speak to you.
She's insane, you know that, right?
Yes, I know. I've done my best to shield intelligence from our new lord. You've been the unfortunate exception. Do what it takes to survive Zorid's attentions a little longer. Beyond that, the Dark Council won't let this continue forever.
I believe I understand.
When you're through, head to the Artus system. This is our only chance, Cypher. Fail, and we all pay a grievous cost.
Cypher, I'm glad you stopped by. I've been going over the mission parameters, studying the Eradicator control codes, scans of the Artus system. We're facing a mystery, and I hate mysteries.
You may hate mysteries, but you're pretty good at solving them.
I am. I don't mind having that recognized, call it vanity, but I like knowing my creation served a purpose. What about you? What's been going through your head since this countdown to Eradication Day started?
Honestly, I've been thinking about you.
I've been thinking of you as well. At least when my brain has cycles to spare. You're as good a partner as I could hope for, as I've ever had. We've made quite a team.
Watcher 2 and Cypher 9 saving the Empire.
Let's hope, shall we? In any case, you should get ready. The Eradicators won't wait for either of us.
Let's get this done.
We don't have much of a choice, do we? Once you take off for the Artus system, I'll be on your tail. We'll meet out there.
Physical trauma includes electrical burns, lacerations, and retinal damage. Transfer to a Colto tank for long-term recovery is strongly recommended.
You suggest a Dark Council member hide in a vat? For healing?
I am programmed to dispense medical advice based on all relevant factors.
Get out! Have yourself disassembled, made into a probe and sent to the most desolate place in the Empire! Look, Agent, they hurt me, and then they laughed. How could they?
Maybe someone felt you needed humbling.
I'm a Dark Lord of the Sith. I'm not meant to be humble. I'm meant to humble the world. After Viorianel broke, I called the Council to assembly. I demanded the Lords give me the respect I was due. Some were angry, mocked me. They tormented me and warned me not to overstep my bounds again.
You'll get revenge on them, surely.
Oh, Age, you don't understand. It's all Jadis' fault. He was my master, but he never taught me what I needed to know. Now he's dead, and I'm not ready for his council seat.
If you're not fit for the responsibility, you should abdicate.
All my enemies would strike at me then, and all Jadis' too. I know what's happening in Imperial intelligence. I know you're going on a mission, and that the Eagle wasn't the man you thought. Swear that you'll find whoever really killed my father. Swear that the man responsible will pay for forcing me into this wretched life.
My priority is deactivating the Eradicators, not revenge.
You would deny me this. I am still Sith. If Darth Jadis hadn't been murdered, I would never have taken this place on the Council. I would never have been humiliated. His killers are to blame. Swear you'll make them hurt.
You're pathetic, Shorid.
Get out! Get out of my sight, now! Crawl out of here, before I decide you're worth burning! Get away. Get away from me.
Ready for departure. Enjoy your stay.
Cypher, there's no one to welcome us. Seems our cloaking devices worked.
Good to see you too. How was the flight?
Uneventful, fortunately. I stayed in your wake. This starship is a modified Imperial Dreadnought. Maximum crew complement of 5,000. It's also jamming long-range communications, so I can't check its registration or call for reinforcements.
Our traitor is hiding his tracks.
Nonetheless, top priority is finding the Eradicator command codes before the weapons initiate a random firing pattern. This data spike contains our half of the codes. Once you obtain the other half, you should be able to control the Eradicators from any computer.
Any idea where the codes might be stored?
If we're lucky, they'll be on the bridge computers, and you can deactivate the Eradicators from there. If they're not, I don't know. I do have one other thing for you. A comlink implant. So long as you're wearing it, I can monitor your situation and speak to you privately.
Is this one-way communication, or can I reply?
Subvocally. Whisper to me and no one else will hear. While you search the interior, I'll try to slice the security systems. We're counting on you. Put an end to this. Find the Eradicator command code, Cypher, and if he's real, find the traitor.
It's a grand social experiment. There's probably 100 of us from across the Empire, all saved from the fire. Who knows how or why. For the most part, we're left to ourselves, squabbling and fighting, left to fear our own shadows. But we know the Master's out there, and I'm convinced there's a plan at work. Somebody wants to change us. Someone wants to control us.
I was so happy when I got the invitation. Everything was going to change for me. Leave home for a year? Why has the Master picked me to survive when hundreds died? And now the rest of us, one by one. My mother was a slave, but I wasn't, because my father was an officer. I don't want to end up like her. Oh, please. Please, someone rescue us.
It's been... I don't know how long it's been. I lose count of the days during the blackout. The ones furthest along. They say our terror transforms us into the Master's image. Well, I'll tell the Master what's really happening. We're learning to fight back. Do you hear me, Master? We'll kill you for this. We'll kill you.
So, you've arrived at last.
Cypher, I know that voice.
I expected too little of you. You served me well on Hutter and on Dromund Kaas. I should have known you would serve me again.
Are you responsible for this?
Everything that has transpired has been at my command. My will is the destiny of lesser men. Once before, you were inoculated by the dark side. I will speak now as I spoke then. Accept the gift of your life, Agent, and we will discuss Terra, the Empire, and the Sith.
As you wish.
Be careful, Cypher. Please be careful. I'm trying to analyze the situation, but it'll take time, and if he has the command codes...
It was my desire that the Eagle unite the Terra cells. It was my desire that my flagship be destroyed. I required a weapon that the Dark Council would overlook. The terrorists became my unknowing servants and carried out my plan.
What does the Dark Council have to do with this?
Everything. A member of the Council is forced to politic, to struggle against his rivals. The waste is unimaginable. With my false death, I escaped the eyes of the Dark Council and of Imperial intelligence. After the Dominator, I came here, bringing with me those passengers worthy of elevation. I maneuvered my pieces into place.
I was there for the terrorist attack. Intelligence was sure you were dead.
The Schwarz gas incinerated only part of the ship. My power held together the remains.
Keep him talking. Damn it. We can't fight him on our own. His power is second to the Emperor's.
I accomplished two things during my absence. First was the diminution of the Dark Council. Upon my death, my former enemies began warring amongst themselves, vying to claim my resources. Darth Jored's arrival escalated the chaos. My daughter is doomed, but she is an adequate distraction.
I can't call for reinforcements so long as that jamming field is active. But he'll annihilate anything less than an army.
Doesn't matter who he is. He's not gonna win this.
Right. Running analysis.
Throwing the Sith into disorder was only the start. The rest of the Empire had to be prepared as well. That was the Eagle's purpose, to sow fright and hatred. All this while, my Eradicators were growing. Now they are ready, and my victory is close at hand.
I heard this part from the Eagle. Your orbital strike weapons.
The Eradicators will destroy the strongholds and apprentices of my enemies on the Council. So too will the Eradicators terrorize the Empire. Then I will return to the Council and lead the Empire into a new age, an epoch of terror.
The Emperor won't let you get that far.
The Emperor is distracted. I could resculpt the Dark Temple into a monument to my glory, and he would fail to object. Perhaps I shall do exactly that.
I see where this is going. He needs the Eradicators to make this work, but you have half the command codes.
Under my rule, all people will revel in fear and anger and degradation. These prizes will no longer be hoarded by Sith. But without both halves of the Eradicator codes, my weapons cannot be targeted. They will merely cause chaos.
Mere chaos isn't enough for you, is it?
No. The Eagle's death, your acquisition of his codes, has forced me to adapt. Without orders, the Eradicators will fire blindly. This serves neither of us. Enter your codes into the ship so the Eradicators can target my enemies. You will be rewarded. You will be my herald.
Tell me about these rewards.
Power, wealth, a place in my vision. When I rule the Dark Council, Imperial intelligence will have a mandate uncompromised by Sith politics. Imagine a world where you could act with true authority and fear controls the populace. Together, we can create a stronger empire.
Your reasoning is persuasive, my lord.
There is no other way. If you refuse, you will die at my hand. The Eradicators will still reap untold destruction. Your sacrifice would mean nothing. I can be merciful. Take the time to consider your choice. Then we can begin the true work.
Yes, my lord.
Think on my words, Agent, and embrace my will.
All right, stay focused and don't look at Jadis. How are you holding up? Can we put together a plan?
I'm all right, but I don't think we have much time.
We need to re-examine our priorities. We came here to stop the Eradicators, but we weren't prepared for reality. Our plan now has to focus on neutralizing Darth Jadis. Everything else is peripheral.
What are you talking about?
I'm sorry, Cypher. The numbers aren't in our favor. You can deactivate the Eradicators right now. Just combine the codes in the bridge computers. But to keep Jadis from reactivating them, you'd have to blow up the ship's reactor. It's a suicide run, and chances are Jadis will escape.
You have another suggestion?
We trick Jadis. We give him the codes and let him launch his attack. Once the Eradicators start their bombardment, you slip off the bridge and take the ship apart. You sabotage the jamming field, hyperdrive, and shields. Then I can call in reinforcements. The military, the Dark Council, forcing Jadis to surrender. The Eradicators are deactivated as soon as feasible.
Is it really better than blowing up the ship?
It's cleaner, more precise, more thorough. Let's be clear. If we give Jadis the command codes, then yes, he'll murder thousands before we stop him. But the human cost is acceptable. The only alternative is to let Jadis escape and do worse down the line.
The human cost isn't acceptable to me.
I can't tell you what to do, Cypher. If you disable the Eradicators here and now, I'll help you. We'll destroy this ship, save a lot of people, in the short term. But my advice is this. Use the codes to let Jadis launch his attack. Sacrifice lives and seize this chance. We can end his threat forever.
A wise decision, Agent. Our new age begins. Across the Empire, the Eradicators will burn cities and destroy the prizes of my enemies.
All right, Cypher. Jadis is distracted. Make your excuses so you can get off the bridge and sabotage the ship.
I'm gonna need your help. Don't fail me now.
I won't. Now make your excuses and go.
Your thoughts are confused. A temporary condition for which I have an anodyne. The distress calls, the cries of fear and pain, these will be routed to the ship as the Eradicators work. 1,000 voices screaming in terror. Will you savor them, Agent?
I'll do my best to appreciate them.
I sense doubt in you, but it changes nothing. There is nothing that will let you forget. Let your loathing bring you strength.
Go, Cypher. Casualties are mounting. Take out the jamming signal, hyperdrive, and shields. Once you do, I can call in reinforcements, and Jadis will be at our mercy.
The attack has begun. Watch, Agent. Watch the Empire burn.
Message intercepted from Rin Mining Colony.
Something's happening. We're under attack, but there aren't any ships. The command post was cut in half by a beam from the sky.
Anyone who receives this, help us. Our defenses are minimal. We can't...
Message intercepted from Moff Let Shara.
What's going on? I'm getting reports of 3 separate attacks on 2 Sith training grounds, one at a blasted hospital. I was told we'd be ruined if the Eradicators couldn't be stopped. Get me the Intelligence Minister now.
Message intercepted from San Pedal City.
I don't know if anyone's receiving this. It may be too late anyway. They hit the bunker first. There couldn't have been more than a dozen soldiers inside, mostly civilians. But they blew the whole thing up. What's going on? Is it terrorists? Is it Republic? What's happening?
Message intercepted from the Quen system, source unknown.
We're burning up. We need authorization to evacuate. Lord Farrell will kill us if we abandon station, but we can't last. Please. My name is Frank Rowlis. I have family in Car City. Give us the order to evacuate.
Message intercepted from Citadel Command.
It looks like the intelligence failed to catch the Eradicators in time. We'll have to declare a state of emergency. It's a miracle the Citadel hasn't been hit. I don't know if those terrorists want to spare us, but it gives us a fighting chance.
Diagnostics show fatal errors in the jamming system's hyperdrive and shields. The ship is crippled, Cypher. We've got a full fleet of reinforcements coming, including 3 Dark Council vessels. Jadis can't win against them. But until they arrive, you need to keep him occupied on the bridge.
Acknowledged and understood.
You can't beat Jadis in personal combat, but you might be able to trap him. This ship can generate internal ray shielding. You can reroute the bridge defenses to trap him in a force field. Hopefully it'll hold until the fleet jumps out of light speed.
Let's hope for the best.
You can do this, Cypher. It's what you're good at. I don't need to remind you that people are hurting because of us. But if we succeed, the sacrifice will be worthwhile. Watcher 2 out.
After what you've done, you still return. How bold. I never expected you would pay such a price to betray me. So many innocents burning in their homes because of you.
You've lost, Lord Jadus. Surrender now.
My defeat may be inevitable now. I do not know. But your perfidy must be answered. You will die, along with many others.
Uploading bridge schematics. You'll need to take out these components to reroute power to the force fields. Cypher, hit him now! Need more power to get that force field up. Keep him distracted and I can raise the force field. Almost there, Cypher. Just a little more. Slicing into the ratio controls now.
Your cage cannot hold me. Whatever you hope to achieve, your moment will pass.
Cypher 9, this is Keeper. We have a fleet in position to destroy this vessel. Please report.
Maybe you should talk to Darth Jadis.
I'll do that, Lord Jadis. Be advised that a boarding party of Sith and Honor Guards is on its way. I suggest you not draw their ire.
I understand.
Cypher, I understand you have control over the Eradicators. Can you disable them?
I'm on it.
We can discuss why you activated the weapons later, but I expect the Dark Council will approve of the result. I'll see you shortly.
Tell me, Cypher 9, was your victory worth it? How many lives would you have sacrificed to capture me?
I don't regret what I did.
I don't expect you do. I merely wanted to know your threshold. Under my control, the Eradicator's purge would have cut out the Empire's rot. Now the Dark Council will reassert its strength. They will punish me or destroy me. And without a revolution, their cruel, pointless reign will go on.
Terrorists lead revolutions. Not me.
Then be content with the empire you've made.
Leave one squad here, the rest of you sweep the ship. And if that force field so much as dims, tell Keeper to fire. Cypher, are you all right? You had it rough.
I'm fine, Watcher 2, really.
Fine enough to put up a good front, anyway. The Sith and the military will be cleaning up a while, and the damage from the Eradicators will take time to assess. You should get out of here. You've done your part. Get some rest.
I'll see you soon.
You're with Imperial Intelligence for life, Cypher, and I'll be there for your next assignment. After all, the Empire needs us. Get back to your ship, Cypher. We'll finish up here.
know every trick of the trade. Trust no one.
Agent, we're finalizing our exit report for the diplomatic service. 34 pages of seating charts, ambassador profiles, and appendices. We'll transmit it to our superiors, and then we're yours full-time.
From now on, you'll be writing fewer reports and taking orders.
Agent, we're finalizing our exit report for the diplomatic service. 34 pages of seating charts, ambassador profiles, and appendices. We'll transmit it to our superiors, and then we're yours full-time.
You're going to be an asset to this team, Vector?
We certainly hope so. You know, we used to advise first contact missions to new star systems. We met some unusual people, but we haven't had many new experiences since joining the Killiks. Time to broaden our horizons.
You said before the Killiks approved of your departure.
Yes. We will return someday with more to offer the Nest than ever. In the meantime, we'll follow your lead.